Igano Mutabo Puluti. I'm a professor at Tshwane University of Technology. My qualifications are actually in technology. I've had my experiences as a campus director, and also I've had my experiences as a technology education specialist. I've written quite a lot of books about that, and I've written articles, and I've been to conferences concerning technology education. But one thing that struck me much more closer than the technology education is the past that I have witnessed and having to compare it with the present. We are living in very interesting times. 21 years after democracy, and I think these are the times when we have to reflect back. But I have written books now, and it is quite strange to some people that a professor in technology can be recounting things about the history when we have professors of history that should be doing this. But it is not so much, as I was writing these books, I said it's not so much about the history, it is about the stories. I'm actually referring to the stories of people that were in Mpumalanga. I feel that there's a lot of other stories that can be recounted in the history of the liberation struggle that are put onto the periphery and may not even come to the center. And these are the stories of mothers who braved tear gases, of mothers who lost their children. Mothers and fathers were lost, of Victoria Mdege and others, people that were involved in the struggle. And those people must be captured within some form of compendium or collection for our children and children's children to know about. It would be very irresponsible of us as a generation and the generation of the liberation struggle to leave behind the freedom and democracy without the history of it. But the democracy is not over, and the battle is not over. We still have another battle, and this is the battle that I am engaged in, to propagate and to educate those that come after me about what we have experienced as a people. It is very much unfortunate that most of the people recount stories in the 80s and very little of the 1960s, the 1970s, that I could get. I'm still striving to get stories of what happened in the 1960s. I have been to museums, the museum in Gauteng, the museum in Pretoria. I have seen photos, but most of those photos are empty photos which do not speak unless you put the words. So I think with this, I was trying to put the words. These are the stories that I want you to critique and to give me feedback upon so that we can improve this. I have deliberately written the stories from the contributors without interfering with their perspective. I have gone out to write a book with the youth, and this is all because I have discovered the trend that the youth were actually doing, that they were in art, they were in poetry, and I collected them. I said, if the youth have this skill, it is my duty to acknowledge and to recognize it within them and to make them be aware that they can actually expose this skill that they have. And together with them, we have written this poetry book. Some of the poems, because I've allowed the youth to go and experience and talk from the heart. And in some of this, they have actually demonstrated their political affinity and the wish that they can do what their fathers and their mothers have done in some of the poems. They're talking about Steve Biko. They're talking about the circumstances that we're living around. And I thought this is very, very relevant. Obviously, I don't expect the youth to be able to can write a whole book. But if a youth can write a poem that can be in a book, then the youth has actually climbed the first step of the ladder. And it is my humble contribution that I am doing. And if it may not be relevant today, surely one day it will be. And if it may be insignificant today, surely one day it will be significant to someone, somewhere, someday. And I'm hoping that these 3 books makes a change and bring to you and to me a motivation to do even